Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. I am your host, Joshua David, and we're always happy to have you with us today. And I have my good friend, my good pal, and Al, like it or not today, I am in studio today. How do you like that?
Yeah, good to have you back.
It's good. It was nice sometimes doing the show where we're sometimes apart, but we are always together. And today we are in studio. Al, how are you doing
this
today?
Technology is unbelievable. You were in a different state, yet we could still talk to each other and do the show.
It's amazing.
Fantastic.
It's amazing. Two guys like us, we didn't even know how to figure out this whole technology thing, don't we?
Yeah, one day you'll have to teach me how to text.
Yeah, well, there are cell phones now that these pay phones that you have in your house, you can't use that anymore, right?
The flip phone probably is a little bit outdated.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay. Well, anyways, I'm doing fantastic. Let's get on with the show.
Let's get on with the show. Let's talk about the financial markets. That's what everybody, thousands of people listening right now, looking to find out what's going on with this phenomenal stock market. And last year, I was listening to some archives, and I swear every show we were Cardi B. We were talking about the markets are up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck,
it
right?
was a ditto from week
to
week.
This year we are doing the Jay Sean song. Baby, are you down, 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 down? Yeah. Okay,
please don't change the dial. Stay with us.
Anyways, Al, we had a phenomenal move in these markets this week. We had a little bit of retracement, back up a little bit, especially up until Thursday. We know what happened on Friday. Huge opportunities in the stock market, but I tell you what, people that have 401ks, they are not feeling good right now, and that's what's been happening a lot in these investing classes that we've been teaching is people have been coming into these investing classes, finding out what can they do differently in their 401ks and their IRAs. You look at the S&P 500 on the year, down roughly about 21%, depending on when you listen to the show here. NASDAQ, gosh, that's down about 30%, and I know a lot of investors were heavy in the tech sector. So let's talk about that. How do people make smarter investing decisions in their retirement accounts? But also, we have a lot of listeners that are looking for income strategies as well. What are you seeing happen in these markets? How do you help people here at Online Trading Academy make smarter investing decisions?
Yeah, well, we have to kind of keep track of what's happening in the economy and how that's impacting the stock market. One of the things that is happening is that it looks like the job market is maybe starting to slow down a bit. We had jobless claims that came out this last week. It was down 2,000 to 229,000, but economists that were polled by Wall Street Journal thought it would be about 225,000. But the 4-week average is the highest it's been since January. So we might see some cooling down of that part of the economy, and it's the people, it's the public spending money that really keeps the economy moving. So we're seeing some drawdown in the spending of people. Bottom line is that the market is being impacted a lot by emotions right now, and there's a lot of people that just don't know what to do because we have these big moves up and down. For people that know how to trade the markets, that understand why prices move and how they move, these are great opportunities. Every time we see a big move up or a big move down, those are opportunities. You shouldn't be afraid of a down market. Just look at it as a way of participating in a different way.
It's just another direction, just like driving a car. Nobody just drives and drive. There, which is forward for those people. You have to have reverse as well, and so it's strategies for these down markets. What are you doing with these current conditions, especially like in 401ks and IRAs? How do you help people make smarter investing decisions there?
Well, you know what? We're seeing a lot of people coming in who were really happy over the last couple of years with what's happened.
They were Cardi B.
Yeah, and now they're shocked at what's happened to their portfolios, and they're upset. They're mad because their brokers didn't protect them.
Yes.
Or if they tried to do this on their own, they didn't know how to do it themselves. But in reality, if you're accepting and you're following the go-to strategy that's emphasized by Wall Street advisors, that's the buy and hold strategy, you are expected to accept corrections and crashes as a time to not panic. Just wait for the portfolio to come back. You are agreeing to be okay with hits to your portfolio. How are you feeling now? Are you really okay with that?
Why do they condition people? I mean, that's what people are conditioned to do is follow these people and do what they say, not as they do. So what's going on there?
Well, it's kind of a good business model for them, basically, to put together a portfolio with the buy and hold strategy. They're really emphasizing the fact that you are in this for the long term. which could be decades. And then you don't have to worry as much about the corrections because the market will come back and recover what your loss was. Well, if you're looking long term, then you're really bypassing what might be the most important portion of your financial life, and that's the short-term income part of it.
Yeah.
And in buy and hold, if you're going through a correction or a crash, emotions take over. It's pretty hard when you see a portfolio go down. In 2008, for example, the S&P 500 was down 57%. A lot of the people that were supposed to hold on because the buy and hold strategy told them to do that bailed. And when do they bail?
At the bottom.
Right at the bottom. We can look at the equity ownership of the public. At the peak of a market, it always increases. What that means is that their emotions, the greed part of their emotions, are taking over and they're buying at the peak. And then at the bottom, at the trough, we see equity ownership go down by the public, which means they are selling exactly at the wrong time. So part of what we teach is you really a different mindset. Understand how to buy low and how to sell high, which is the opposite of what people do, even though they know they're supposed to buy low and sell high.
Yeah, I like you kind of brought that up. We shed a lot of light on the emotions of trading and investing, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And a lot of people say, well, I won't do that. I'll just get back in when the market starts coming up. Well, that's a guess. Mm-hmm. You cannot be guessing with your finances. You can't be guessing with your hard-earned money. And one thing that Al didn't mention is that time. You lose time or investment time, which actually lowers that return every time it drops. We're seeing things drop right now. That's going to make that a lot harder to reach those financial goals. So sometimes you got to do things a little bit different. Do things on your own because think about it, Al, who has your best interest, you or you?
The answer would be you.
Yeah, that was a trick question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you have your best interests in your finances, in your 401ks, your IRAs. And we see a lot of people that come to these investing classes, they want to take more charge in that, Al. They want to have more say in their 401ks, IRAs, in their trading accounts, but they're not quite sure what to do or how to do that. That's what a lot of people have been telling me. It's okay. You're not alone. But the one thing you can't do is do nothing. Learn to get started. What you got to do is come to one of these investing classes that we do local. We have these classes in our local centers. So if you're listening to the show, we have a class near you, and these are classes where we've taught thousands, just like you, are many strategies which are designed to teach you to make smarter investing decisions. So we got a text line. I want you to text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's investing to the number 210-210 for 2 tickets for this investing class. Also a quick start kit that has some free stock picks in there, but also to help you get started right away. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. Al, coming up next, I want to talk about, you mentioned short-term income strategies. I want to talk about that right now. Inflation is at its highs, and people need extra cash. Short-term income strategies coming up next. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We'll be right back.